Hi, everybody. So good to be back with you this weekend and sharing some of the great truths about the whole need for spiritual practices in our lives. You've heard the old saying, practice makes perfect. Well, I'm not sure that's been true in my life. And as we saw in this text in 2 Peter, it's a calling for all of us to put into practice with diligence some of the special disciplines, as they're called, that God has revealed in His Word, and others that we have used here at Emmanuel Faith over the years. But no matter how hard we try, we're never going to perfect any of this. And that was the point that I was trying to make, is the process of spiritual growth is messy. And sometimes it involves successes, and sometimes it involves failures. Sometimes it's 2 steps forward, and then it's 3 steps back. We're not going to ever perfect this. And spirituality is not really about perfection. It's about connection. And asking God to come into the imperfections of our life. And even the things that we might have strengths in, we just invite Him into every aspect of our lives. And we talked all about resting on the gift of faith and yielding to the provision of power and the motivations of our thankfulness to God and this foundation. And if you remember back, we used the bricks to show how important that foundation of God's unconditional love and His amazing grace is to any of the practices that we are going to try to talk about, Lord willing, in the next few weeks. But I really wanted to make the point, and you've got some great questions Scotty has drawn up about this, to make the point that we've got to keep coming back to that firm foundation of God's love for us in Christ and our position, because that is essential for any kind of growth and building of spiritual discipline in our lives. So look at these questions, talk about these disciplines, maybe give a special focus to some of the ones that we don't spend a lot of time talking about. That of the discipline of silence and solitude, maybe the discipline of rest. That might be the one we violate more than any others, this call to have some rest in our lives, some space, some margin, where we can breathe and think about and drink deeply of God's love for us. Fasting is another spiritual discipline that we don't typically do much of anymore. And so there's lots of different ways that we can go about all of these things. Really remember, at the heart of it is this unconditional love of God for us in Christ, the provision of grace. And so enjoy your time together, and I pray the Lord's blessing on. Thanks so very much for championing this biblical value of connection. It's really essential for our growth together. So enjoy your time. Lord willing, we'll be back together next week. Blessings on you.